I was diagnosed at 65.
37, earlier than most.
Every 9 minutes, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
And every one of them can turn to the American Parkinson Disease Association. Visit apdaparkinson.org to learn more and show your support today.
Hey, and we are the Coalition, loud and proud. We are here in the heart, literally the spiritual heart of Senate District 1, here in Providence, Rhode Island, La Prov, the Renaissance City. We're here with Providence Mayor Brett Smiley. Today is, you almost have to be a little Irish to understand the philosophy today, because even though it was some very moving moments, it was a celebration of the life of Rhode Island State Senator and political force, Maryellen Goodwin, Majority Whip. But much more than that, really, the author and a life force behind a whole range of legislation. Truly a daughter of Providence, if you will. Mayor Smiley, first of all, amazing event. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really great to have this permanent remembrance for Maryellen now in the form of naming Orm Street after her. She's someone who gave her life to this city and to her career in public service, and she's been remembered in many ways and received many awards, both when she was alive and posthumously. But this is the city's dedication to remember her and to make sure that future generations know the name Maryellen Goodwin.
And she's part of the secret sauce that Providence has got. You know, folks who live in other parts of the country really don't understand how close, how tribal, what a big family Providence is, despite the challenges. What an amazing city is. I mean, how much of a part of that, what we consider Providence life now, is she a part of?
So much. And Maryellen, you know, Smith Hill and her Senate district, which was Senate District 1, has some neighborhoods with real challenges, low-income folks and some real human needs. And she never got wrapped up in the trappings of public service. She never got wrapped up in all the stuff that goes along that some people get carried away with. She stayed rooted and humble and connected to the needs of her neighbors, the people we're looking at right around where we are right now, and fought for the little guy every day in the General Assembly. And as her tenure increased and her clout and power increased, she of course finished as the number 3 senator in leadership in the Senate Majority Whip. She had real clout to make sure that the legislation that we were passing would positively affect the lives of her residents, her neighbors, this neighborhood.
Everyone, the running gag for today. And again, it was a celebration. There were gags. It was fun. There were songs. There was cheering. It kind of amazing few hours that we're all spending together. But everyone kept talking about stories. So is there a story that you would like to or care to share with us right now?
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I have countless examples of the times that we worked together and very memorable interactions. The story that's still most touching to me, which is not actually funny but moving for me, because Maryellen was a woman of great faith, a devout Catholic, regular attendee of St. Patrick's, which is right behind us here, and I was in 2011 the lobbyist for the marriage equality campaign to secure the right to marry for LGBT people. I'm a gay man myself, married, and Maryellen really struggled with this vote. It was in conflict with what the Catholic Church was preaching, and she really struggled. But again, back to this same theme of how devoted she was to her constituents. She had a couple couples who I know well that lived in her district that were her constituents that came and shared their personal story about why it mattered to them. And with great personal anguish and a whole lot of hand-wringing, she, at the last minute, voted yes on marriage equality, which was a really difficult vote for her, I know, because of the internal conflicts that she had. But it came back to her belief that her job was to represent her constituents and to do what was best to make their lives better. And she was persuaded by those couples that came and sat with her in her living room right next to us here and told their personal story. And at the end of the day, that's the only thing she needed to know, was that this was going to be good for the people she was elected to represent. And if that's not a beautiful example of how this democracy is supposed to work, I don't know what is. and a sign of courage and conviction for someone who understood that her personal beliefs needed to be negotiated with the needs of her constituents, and ultimately she voted for marriage equality. I was sitting in the Senate gallery the night of that vote, and we didn't know where everyone was going to vote. We didn't know where Maryellen was going to vote, and my friend Bill Fisher was to my right. My friend Ray Sullivan, who has also since passed, was to my left. And when Maryellen rose up to speak and said she was going to vote in favor, we were just grabbing each other. And it was, I'm a little choked up right now talking about it. It was an incredibly moving moment and a testament to the kind of public servant she was.
Mayor, thank you very, very much.